Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video we're just going to go through the Crystal Golem as requested on the previous Crimson Town video that I did. As you can see, I've completed Crimson Town but I've not completed the Crystal Woods. I am up to level 131 and I'll just show you the setup that I used to get there. So this is the setup that I used to get there, and as you can see, it's full of relatively high-powered units. Now I was stuck. Out of all four of them, all four of the Wailing Mines, Corrupted Spring, Crystal Woods, and Crimson Town. Crimson Town was the first one that I got to past 100, and I got up to 140. For this one, 141 for Crystal Woods, and the rest of them, they were all stuck around level 80, and this is before I learned about the existence of epic and legendary runes. Now you need to have an understanding of the rune system in order to progress properly through the Crystal Woods. You will be able to overpower it using raw damage stats eventually. But I mean, even with the runes that I've got, and even with the damage stats that I've got, I mean, I'm closing in on level 99. As you can see, I've got 7,000 million power. What an absurd number! Believe me, there are much more powerful people than me, and some of them make YouTube videos. So best go listen to them as well. So just with regards to the Crystal Golem, it is the trial bonuses that will eventually push you through right to the very end of the stage 150. So the team that I have used to get this far would be Karnak, Catherine, Nawi, Dorabella, and Atropos. The relics that I've used are here. So this is Leviathan, it's Excalibur, and the Hand of Tyr as well. Now, what we'll do in a second, we're going to try with this setup. Now, as you can see, I'm 2 of 3 across here for units included. So if I wanted to get this up to 3, I would need to remove Catherine, for example, and I can put in any one of these heroes. So I could put in Rune, I could put in Marina, I could put in Diana, I could put in Bastet, Arkdina, Asthuza, and she's in the tower. She's in the manor. Ilula, that's the one. So I could put any one of those heroes in, and it would get me up to this. Allies' basic attack deals a combo 5 times for each Valkyrie deployed, dealing 100% damage. Increased 2 out of 3. So if I wanted, say, Dorabella here to do, if I wanted Dorabella to do 15 attacks on her basic attack, I'll show you that in just a second. If I wanted her to do 15 attacks, I would include one of these other units. Probably you're looking at a Verdant setup with this. So if we go to Rune, as you can see, this has changed to 3 out of 3. Now the next bonus along is the 2 out of 2. So, 2 out of 3, and it's for Nawi, and it's for Dorabella. And the reason that this is here, so for each deployed Valkyrie that's equipped with a complete set of epic runes and above, the attack of all allies is increased by 300%, stacks up to 3 times. So if I had, say for example, epic runes for Rune here, which I do not, I'll go into the runes that I've got for Rune. You know, I've got 2 out of the 4 for the epic runes. You know, it's respectable, but it's not enough to achieve here. And then finally, this is 1 out of 3 for me. So for each deployed Valkyrie that's equipped with a complete set of legendary runes, the attack of all allies increases by 400%, stacks up to 3 times. So you could get 1200% attack here, you can get 900% attack here, and you can do 15 attacks altogether, which I suspect will be required for the most part in order to beat the Crystal Golem and also the Talos here as well. So the next bit of information that we've got, Shield Defender, so it applies 10 stacks of Holy Armor on enemies every 2 rounds. Deploying heroes who can remove the Holy Armor is recommended. So Katrina, Macaria, or Mavis can remove this Holy Armor shield. What you want to look at with this is, out of these units, who has the highest speed stat. And it's very important because if you go into Katrina here and we have a look down here, her speed is 95. So base stat decides a hero's action order each round. So Katrina will typically attack last because she's very, very slow when it comes to it. Macaria, speed 105, so 10 speed higher, so typically will be one of the first attackers. And here is Mavis, her speed is 100, so an average between the two. So Mavis will typically attack on the later end of the team. Now, as you saw before, I had Catherine in here, and if we go into Catherine's runes, I believe it, yeah, Catherine's runes. So you can see I've got the increase in attack for all allies here with her exclusive runes. But if we go into here, Holy Armor removal. Before taking action, removes Holy Armor effect from all enemies. So Catherine really should be included in the counter hero section, but she's not. And I don't know why. I think it's a visual bug, and I think I'll report this to the customer service team after I'm done with this video, just to get her added to give more options and viability to the team here. So what I think is required is for me to progress any further than I already have done. I would need to get Dorabella's runes up to legendary. Now, with the most recent update that came in today, as of recording, came in today on the 28th of May, you now have a mix in between legendary and epic runes. So if we go into my Dorabella here, I still love this outfit and I cannot wait for the next bikini skins to come out. I'm calling Themis, Nawi and Seraphina.
Are you sure you can handle me?
I'm pretty sure we won't be able to handle that, so looking forward to it. But sorry, got distracted. So as you can see here, I have two red runes and 2 epic runes as well. So what this means is, with the new update, instead of just doing the 1% up to 5 times own attack, Dorabella will now do 1% of max HP up to attack their own attack times 7.5, which is an increase of half, or no, 0.5 I believe it works out at. What we really need, or what I really need, is the Erosive Thunderbolt, level 3. So each time Dorabella deals damage to an enemy, the target loses an additional 1% of their max HP. So with regards to this, you've got loses an additional 1% of max HP here, 1% of max HP here, and 1% of max HP here. So if I had 4 red runes, I believe, and please correct me if I'm wrong, because it says in use here, or in effect here. It doesn't say in effect here, but the way that it worked previously is you would keep all of the previous buffs of the epic runes and all of the buffs of the red runes. But again, if I'm wrong, please do let me know. I do want to know, so I can correct myself. But it just means that we get 7.5% dealt to, or times our own attack, up to that 1% mark of the boss. So if you go through 5 rounds and Dorabella does 10 attacks over the course of those 5 rounds, you'll get 50% of the boss's HP off automatically. Now for me that's a big deal, and the reason that it's allowed me to progress through the boss missions is this boss has a lot of do not overly focus attacks on them. Right, so as I was saying, the reason that it's let me go so far is because of that 1% damage. So I was only getting to about 50% last time, so before I got the epic runes for Dorabella, and then when I got the epic runes for Dorabella, I was able to progress from level 80 to level 130, and I believe in order to progress further, I will need full red runes in order to proceed. So it's just something to keep in mind. The reason that Karnak is in there is because of the synergy bonuses. So he will attack 10 times, and he can. I don't think he can execute this boss if it's below 30% HP, but he does give synergy with Dorabella as well. So let's have a look at clear records first before we carry on. So yeah, it looks like a lot of the same. In fact, yeah, a lot of the same setups have been used, just in different orders and such. Yeah, so it's Karnak, Catherine, Nawi, Dorabella, Atrops. Atrops is there to give the increased attack and defense. Sorry, the increased attack to all of our allies. Catherine is there as effectively in a support role at the moment. In order for her to start doing proper damage, I would suggest that Catherine does need to be sort of 11 or 12 stars, primarily 12 stars. And the reason for that is because of this ability here. So every 1% in cure rate additionally increases attack by 2%. That is absolutely massive at 12 stars, especially if you've got legendary talents unlocked. So increases cure rate by 15% and increases cure rate by 30% if her legendary runes are active. And if you have her at level 12, every 1% increase in cure rate additionally increases attack by 2%. That means that her attack will go up for free without having to do anything except collect those runes and get her up to 12 stars. But it will go up to 60% increase in her attack, which is very powerful because it scales with her passive abilities. So the higher her attack is, the higher the threshold that she can dish out. So specifically in her runes, so here, when Catherine receives healing, 1% of excess healing will be converted into attack. Total converted amount cannot exceed 30% of her own attack. If you have her red runes at, it's 2% of the excess healing be converted into attack, and the total converted cannot exceed 60% of her attack. But if you've got that 60% buff from her cure rate, then it's a very powerful ability. So the higher her cure rate, the more attack she's got, effectively. It's just a quick overview of this, so let's jump into it. Let's see if I can beat it. It looks like I cannot beat it, but we'll just demonstrate here very quickly what the point of this is. So as you can see, our Atrops strikes first, and she will do 10 attacks. And the Dorabella here potentially may combo as well. So the more that Dorabella can combo, the more percentage of this boss's health that we can take off. So now we here, Catherine will strike next. Unfortunately, there's no real crits there. There's one crit there, so as you can see, our team's attack is going up because of Catherine's exclusive rune ability, and also now Dorabella. As you can see, when she does crits, she is doing massive damage. And if you have a look, there's a second proc there. And that second proc is the percentage of the boss. So Catherine here removes Holy Shield. Unfortunately, it's a miss on the boss, but it is what it is. And then Nawi here, comboing off every time Nawi does every time Nawi procs, she does a basic attack, which then triggers a further 10 attacks. So it's a very powerful effect to have Nawi there as well. We've got a little bit of corrode applied for this boss as well, and as you can see, our increase in damage may even be able to see us all the way through. So as you can see, Dorabella now doing 10 attacks, and each one does a 1% of the boss's health. So as you can see, damage, immunity and Holy Shield stack goes up, but the order in which we've placed our units, because of their speed, will get Atrops to attack first, and then once Atrops has finished doing her business, we'll get Karnak to go. And as you can see, the Holy Armor, it does play a big part, because we would have taken a massive amount of damage off the boss had we been able to attack in full. And here we go, Nawi is kicking off effectively, and each of these basic attacks she has, or she had the chance to proc her passive ability as well to trigger. Unfortunately it did not. As you can see, we're doing a fair chunk of the boss's health with Dorabella. We're not doing enough, unfortunately. I suspect that this boss will only only take off, or will take off only about, we'll get him down very low. I don't suspect we'll win in this because it's 5 out of 6 rounds, but potentially Dorabella, you know, I see it here, she's doing massive amounts of damage, but again, this Holy Shield stack may be, oh no, oh so, there we go, so we did win, and it was because Karnak executed the enemy. Now, Karnak executed the enemy because of his exclusive runes, and I didn't talk about those, because I didn't think they were particularly relevant, because typically you can't activate them against bosses. So we go into runes here. Each time Karnak deals damage when the allies team crit rates higher than 200%, he executes the enemy. This is ineffective against elite and boss monsters. But we just saw it happen there, so apparently this is not an elite or a boss monster. Could have fooled me. But there you go. So that's how we got through. And if we try it again. Now, see, so we only got the boss down reasonably low that time. It looked to be about 20% of his health left. So if we'd have got him down low enough and Karnak were to execute him, maybe we try it again. Yep, so it looks like we got through because Karnak was able to execute him. But as you can see, Dorabella is absolutely the key to beating this boss. If we go into stats here, so as you can see, Dorabella's doing absolutely massive damage. I mean, even Nawi has done a reasonable damage. They've all done reasonable damage compared to what you would normally see. But it's because they have been bumped up by these stats here. So again, the exclusive red runes for Nawi and the exclusive red runes epic and for Dorabella and Nawi. If I got Dorabella's red runes up here, I think I would be able to get right through to the very end. But because we've only got the halfway runes, we may even still be able to keep going. Yeah, fantastic. Let's keep trying it then. No. So that was halfway, and in fact, because we didn't get below 30% for this boss, or on that run, I'm not going to carry on. But that is how I will progress moving forward, is I'm going to get Dorabella's red runes evolved as quickly as I possibly can, up to red runes, and that's how I would do it. So thank you for watching. If you do have any comments, if I've missed something, a specific unit that you would that you think might be better, then please do get in touch via the comments below. If you like the video, please do, and if you can hit the subscribe button, it is literally just down below. You know, it would be really appreciated. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a good day.